I am Queen Miss Ebony J, and I am here to talk about why you should prepare for your show. Most people think that radio personalities just be talking. They don't think we prepare at all. We just show up and talk, 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 talk. Well, I'm here to set the record straight, okay? Because we don't just show up and talk. There's three things that we do to prepare, and I'm going to share them with you today. First things first, have a plan, okay? Know what you're gonna do, know what your show's about, have a format. Like, how do you start your show? What's happening in the middle of your show? And what goes on in the wrap up? Having a format and a plan for your show helps your show move smoothly, and honestly, it gets your listeners and watchers in the habit of what they're going to be seeing and how they can interact with you. You want it to be routine, and you want to make sure that they know what they are listening for, okay? The order of your show is very, very important. Second, proof, read, and understand what you're going to talk about before the show. Most radio personalities, we are, radio is an advertising company. Therefore, everything that you hear us talking about on the radio, we are advertising and promoting. Most of the time, we're given a script. There's certain things that we have to talk about, but the goal is to never sound like you are selling. You never want it to sound like you're actually reading a script, which is why we be talking and it just sound like we just saying whatever. But essentially, we read the script before the show, and now since we read it, we practiced it, now we understand it enough to be able to go ahead and flow it and speak about it without you even noticing that we prepared. The third thing that I think is so essential for being a radio personality is to make sure you do your research and not just do it like I just read the newspaper, right? That's back in the day. No, you got to do more than read the newspaper. When you're doing media these days, you have to read the newspaper. You have to make sure that you are watching social media. Honestly, a lot of your news stories can come from like TikTok, Facebook. Oh my goodness, let me not leave this part out. Look at your news feeds. Most of the people on your news feed is your target audience, right? Make sure you're looking at your news feed so you can know what your target audience is talking about. Most of the time, social media is telling you already what's trending and what needs to be discussed. If you're a media personality or someone that is having a platform where you want people to really be coming and trusting your sources, you want to be talking about what's current, and you want to make sure that you know the details of what you're talking about, especially if you're just the host and you don't have a guest. Okay, I tell people this all the time. Being prepared means making sure you do your research on what you are speaking about. You never want to be like, oh yeah, Kanye's crazy. Like, what? Hold on, you can't just call him crazy. You have to have proof. Nick Cannon keeps having kids. Okay, how many kids do he have? If you don't know the facts, say that again. If you don't know the facts or you haven't done that research, you can't just be speaking out the side of your neck unless you're going to make it a dialogue conversation, asking your listeners or followers to engage. So make sure you are thinking about all these things and you are really coming to your show prepared. Don't just hit the record button and start talking. That is the last thing you ever want to do. Most of the time, people know when you do it. So let's recap. You ready? One, know your order of your show, have a plan. Two, make sure you proofread your script, understand what you're going to talk about. And three, do your research, use social media, use all the different research platforms that you have, whether that's online, talking to your neighbor. Just make sure you are in the know about your show. That all these tips that I just shared with you are going to help you be a better media personality. If you need any other media help, make sure you log on to ebonyjmedia.com.